All right, I got up this morning and I see there's a new fusion. We have a new permanent fusion, Broadmaw. Let's go into them. I'm going to close this down. We are going to look over at the fusion tab, see what we need to fuse him, what the requirements are, and what he is all about. Broadmaw, he's got a big jaw, a big mouth, I guess, his maw. So he is down here. Rosin, a wonderful legendary fusion, permanent that they added. I love it. I already have him, I already did a video on him. So this added isn't... Broadmaw isn't that great. I really don't like him. I'm sure every champion will have a place if there's a lot of content put out. If there's enough content put out, every champion will always have a place somewhere. But where we are right now, Broadmaw really doesn't fit anywhere. And what I like to see, they all take Void champions. He's a Void champion to make. So I don't see new players or even free-to-win players getting enough Void shards to really hit these two Void champions. Maybe you get lucky, maybe you don't. Probably not. It's not that big of a deal. Don't feel bad about it. If you have a Shaman, it's basically almost the same thing. Broadmaw has a little bit better skills than Shaman, but whatever. You probably aren't going to use either. You probably aren't going to use either one for any content really, but he could always carry you through something. I'm sure somewhere, something. Let's get off of this part. Let's go into the actual index. But first, I'm going to pull up what Cirilla, the community manager in Discord, has been talking about. So let's go to the index. Let's go to, let's see. Ogre, no, he's a lizardman, right? Yeah. He looks kind of like an alligator or something. Something crazy. Or a fat toad. Here we go. Okay, yeah, I don't know what he looks like. Something crazy like that. We'll go over him in a minute. Let's pull up the Cirilla information that I was just talking about. Here it is. It is 6:18. God, it is 8:16 in the morning here. We are going to go on my phone and see what she is talking about. So, she just wanted to let us know that there are other things in the works. We plan to release the next portion of Champions in 1.10. Definitely, maybe even sooner. But she said here in one post that it's going to be next month, I believe. I think she said next month. 1.10 right here on the very top. Plan for next month. Won't say anything more specific about the date yet, but if all keeps going the way it should be now, it'll be sooner than we think. So that is really cool. As long as it's next month. It's already the 23rd for me. That's fine. Next month, no problem. Even if it's next month, late next month, that's still fine. She also said, though, that the next fusion is going to be really cool, and it's a champion not in the game yet. A brand new champion. It's probably going to be a limited time fusion champion, which is fine because if you miss it and you aren't able to get this new champion that they're going to come out with, it'll be in the champion pool anyway, so you'll be able to pull it with shards later on if you miss the limited time fusion. They're going to come out with this brand new champion. I really hope it's dwarves. I would like to see some dwarves in here. That would be really cool. But we'll see what it is. That's really all I wanted to show you with Cirilla and the community manager. What's going on? We're going to get another new champion. So don't fret about Broadmaw. Broadmaw right here, let's go into his abilities really quick and we can cut this video so I can work on some other stuff to get out today. He has one attack, has a chance to freeze with a 35% chance to freeze for one turn. That's good. He does a buff of a 30% increased crit and 15 increased speed buff. Now, if this was a 30% increased speed buff on a 3-turn cooldown, we could start using him in a lot of places. We could even put him in, who knows? We could put him in Clan Boss in place of Apothecary just to try out if we wanted to. Not that he's going to be pulling any kind of crazy stuff, but if somebody did die, we could have a res then. If we miss that attack down later on and maybe somebody got sniped out or we just got unlucky, then we could do a res. They would come back with block damage buff on for one turn on the revived allies. So, I mean, that's not that bad. Increased defense in arena by 33%. I don't know why you would use this. Even on Guild Wars, let's just say we have Faction Wars or Guild Wars or anything like that, 3v3, 5v5, whatever it's going to be. The meta of this game, the way it goes for PvP anyways, if you're dying, you're dying. I don't think this guy's really going to pop you back up and have your guys, be able to last out. But maybe. I mean, there's testing that needs to be done. He has a good HP. He has decent defense. He's got good speed. So I'm sure he's going to find a place somewhere. I just don't see anybody using him right now. So don't feel bad about being able to fuse this guy. Because he's always going to be there anyway. He's permanent fusion. It's kind of a waste. I like to see people put in for fusion that are good for PvE to help accounts out. New accounts, mid accounts, just that are not easily obtainable. You don't want everybody to right off the bat, do the fusion, but this game has been out for a while now. You got to remember that. So there are people with a lot of hoarded materials, a lot of characters. So that's going to happen regardless. You come out with a new fusion, people have the mats, they have the ability, they can make it quickly. That's going to happen. But what you really want to focus on, I think, with these fusions, especially with something just like an epic coming out, you don't want too OP. You don't want a too OP champion, but you want a champion that's going to help people progress who have bad luck on rolls or who are just free to play. But you still want them to progress, right? You still want them to enjoy the game and be here for all of us. So give them like a champion. This guy, I think, would be cooler actually without this. I think he'd be cooler with some heals. I think if he had some heals here, you could use him as a heal for early to mid game counts. Get him some heals, and then he could also do the backup revive. But really, he's kind of like a shaman. Shaman does the revive as well. You get shaman at the first week of play. It's been a while since I've been doing a new account, but I think it's the first week of play you get shaman. So there he is. He is the new permanent fusion. He is a strange one. He's a strange one for sure. But that's all I have to say about it. So the other new fusion is going to come out. It's going to be a limited time fusion. It's going to be a new champion. I can't wait to see that. Hopefully that soon. We're going to see some balancing done in 1.10 as well by a lot of champions. So we're going to have a lot of new things to play with. That's all I've got for this video. I'm going to go ahead and work on the other ones, and I will see you guys in those.